As a man, please put when you have kids. I get not everyone has an issue with it or minds a partner with kids. But I don't have an interest in having kids or a partner with kids. Please just add it to your bios so neither of us waste our time. Something I've started to see a lot lately is nothing listed for kids. But I have a son as one of your 2 truths and a lie. Fuck that. Automatic left swipe. I say I don't want nor like kids. Guys be like, oh, I have a kid but it's not a problem because I never see them. Speechless. Like we need any more shitty parents and kids with absent fathers. Yeah. In Hinge. I assume that if a woman hides the have does not have kids section, it means she already has kids. When I was dating, I used to put on my bio that I wasn't interested in dating men with kids and would put on my profile that I don't have kids and wasn't interested in having them. Men with kids will purposely match with me to tell me off. Try to change my mind or try to get to know me and reveal later on that they have kids. Concur. Went on a second date with a guy who assumed that I knew he had 2 kids with 2 different women. Without ever telling me. He thought I'd look through his Instagram and figure it out. Wow. Turns out dude has major communication issues. Oh. And he only posts one of his kids on Instagram. LMAO, unbelievable. I have dated guys for over 6 months without them disclosing they had kids. And I don't have a problem with the kids. I have a huge problem with guys who don't act like a parent and are not present in their kid's life. Men and women need to put they have kids. I don't want kids. Nor step-kids. Nor hang out with your kids. Please put it in your bio, smiling face with tear. And same goes for men. Not all of us women want to be stepmother to your kids either. Seconded. I find it so shocking that people think this is unreasonable in dating apps. I began putting on my bio that I'm child-free, cannot and have zero desire to have children, and am not willing to be a stepmom. Since then I've only had people with no children reach out. Funny unrelated. One man told me that I'm not willing to be a stepmom being noted in my bio was harsh and extreme. That made me chuckle. Unmatched. I put it in the do you have or want kids section, but I will never put it in the profile of show photos of my kid. Thank you. I won't date anyone with children under the age of 15. Personal preference. As a woman, I never put in my profile that I had a child because that is putting a big target for pedophiles on you. Or as woman, also mention it even if you don't take care of them. Black heart. Some women don't list it because they don't want to attract a pedo. Personally, I don't want to see pictures of people's kids on a dating app. I have adult kids. That part in the profile is not nuanced enough. But some men my age have minor children. Even little ones. Because they can do that with younger partners. I don't want to raise any more kids. So I would appreciate it if guys were upfront about that. Every guy that either didn't fill the kids part out or just didn't make it visible on their profile would have an entire litter of kids when I asked specifically, why, sir, are you trying to match with someone who clearly states child-free? I'm not entertaining, nor supporting your 6 kids. The reason you don't put it on your bio is to avoid the child predators. But do disclose it in the first chat. Yeah. I'm not a fan of dating single dads. Lol. Would definitely be nice if they could put in their profile that they have them. So you don't have the awkward, oh moment. Woman shrugging light skin tone tears of joy. As a woman, please put when you have kids. Sincerely. Almost went on a guy with 3 kids. Why would you not say that beforehand? Same. It's super frustrating making a connection and then finding out there's a massive deal breaker like that. All the responsibility and none of the benefits isn't a cookie I'm willing to bite. Agreed. I went on a date with a girl last year who didn't tell me till after the first date that she had 2 young daughters. I'm child-free, so I told her it wasn't going to work out. I hate that she didn't tell me that in the weeks we were texting before meeting. It's deceptive. Valid concern. In a relationship with someone with kids, you would come second to them as you should. If they're a good parent. Totally agree. I wrote busy with a teen. Not looking for someone to help me raise him. Just someone to respect and understand my priorities at times. And added soon to be driving. To me this explains a lot. I do, but also I'm not looking for someone to be a stepdad. I keep dating separate from my kids. Dang, this is such a catch. I don't have kids, so I can't speak for women, but I've heard other women be nervous to put this in their bio because some guys will use this info if they're pedophiles. At the same time, it's not fair to mislead guys. So it's very valid for OP to think this way. How do women navigate this without attracting pedophiles though? A lot of women and men don't put they have kids because there are child predators who target single mothers' parents so they have access to children. In order to keep their children safe and a way to weed out people with ulterior motive, they omit this information. A mother's parents' first job is keeping their child safe. I'm sorry you feel like this should be public information. I hope that you put in your bio that you don't want to date single mothers. If it's not listed, you're creating a double standard. If you do and a single mother still approaches you, she is an R and a manipulator. Everyone should do this. I've literally walked out of dates after finding out she had kids but forgot to mention it. We live in such a crazy and immature world that people feel entitled to tell other people what to put in their bios. If you don't want to date people with kids, fine. But you can't tell people what they should share. It seems easier to just put in your bio what you want, set your own boundaries instead of telling others to be aware of your boundaries. Nah, dude. You write it in your profile you are not interested in people with kids if it's your hang-up. Everyone else are not responsible for your hang-ups. No thanks. If I was still dating, I would never inform someone before talking to them that I have children. I would worry that everyone who contacted me was just trying to get close to the kids. We don't add it to our bios to keep predators from swiping on us because we have children. I wouldn't date anybody who already has kids by another man. Yeah. Not super into advertising having kids from a safety POV. But totally see where you're coming from. You can also add child-free or some variation of your own preferences to your bio so women just know to avoid swiping if it's not a match. Fuck no, I'm not putting it in my bio. Way too many child predators. But I do talk about it in the first chat. I don't even make it a thing. He's such a big part of my life that it comes up early. That's completely fine. But no one, male or female, is to broadcast that in their bio. If you're talking to someone and you end finding out they have kids, you can simply stop talking to them. If that's too much for you and you feel like that's a waste of your time, you shouldn't be on dating apps, my love. Y'all have gotten way too lazy. No one should have to broadcast things so you feel better. Or feel like you're not wasting your time. That's not how dating works, lol.